Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. Today is January 4th, 2021, y'all, so it's getting closer to the inauguration and celebrations, so let's just continue to pray because Trump is still tripping. I'm going to just dive right on into it. As you notice, Trump is tripping. That's his new name, Trump a tripping. He is still trying to overthrow the election at the final hours. He even incorporated Pence. Him and some other political leaders have incorporated Pence to file another lawsuit to try to overthrow. They said that Pence had the right to overthrow the election by choosing which votes he would keep and which votes he wouldn't keep. And the judge threw it out. It's called. They know it's all hate. They know it's jealousy. They know it's envy. They know that Trump did not win this election, okay? Then you have people going to Nancy Pelosi's house, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell. They're going to their house. They're vandalizing their houses. They're spraying spray paint all over the house. Someone left a pig's head. Now, that right there I didn't like because I love animals, but they left a pig's head at Nancy Pelosi's house, okay? They called McConnell the swamp. They said he was the swamp. They want their money. I guarantee you, if they caught these people, they would find out they were Trump supporters. They would find out that they were Trump supporters because they incite riots that really has no justification. Riots and fights and stuff really are not justified unless you're defending yourself. If you're standing up for something that you want to change, it should be a peaceful demonstration. But they are inciting riots. If another group is rioting or demonstrating, then you see people come in that's trying to break it, that want to keep you where you are. So that's when the riots and stuff start, okay? These people are fighting and attacking the political party now because they are not getting what they want. And I guarantee you, I could be wrong, but they're probably Trump supporters. They haven't found out who they are, probably never will. But they are the ones inciting violence. So 9 times out of 10, that's who it is. Because you have to realize that Trump supporters, the violent ones. Now, everybody that's supporting Trump is not violent. Let me clarify that. Everybody that's supporting Trump is not for the mess. They're not here for the nonsense. Some of them are nice people and they respect people's position. Whether you're large or small, they respect you. So not all, but the ones who are sitting here inciting violence and wanting to fight other people because they didn't get their way, they'll turn on you, just like Trump has turned on his people for not doing what he wants them to do. A lot of people are doing that. They're following in his footsteps. He has already made the call that we're going to have to take violence to the street to get what we want. Then you have another man that's in the Senate seat. He's also said the same thing. Well, if we don't get, it was the lawyer. I believe it was the lawyer for Pence or something like that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. He even said the way that we're going to get this overturned is for the people to take it to the streets. Just like the Black Lives Matter group and the other groups. We're going to take it to the streets and get violent. The other Black Lives Matter has not went out there and just started violent fights. They were always provoked. They were always taunted, and it was always defensive. Most people try to have peaceful demonstrations until the police come along, until other people come along and start picking and fighting and provoke you, then you fight back. So it's like everything that they're doing, they're trying to put on other people and act as though other people are doing what they are doing. And that's not the case. If you stand back and look and you just don't say nothing, just watch, you'll see where the violence is coming from. You'll see where all the disagreements are coming from. People don't know how to live together and disagree and get along and just move on. You have to start throwing hands. And that's where the problem come in. Now they're taking to the political parties' houses and destroying property. Someone is going to die because of Trump. Someone is going to be annihilated because of Trump and his cabinet. because they are sending out the wrong messages. Anytime you say we have to take it to the street, that means it don't just mean for that situation you're talking about. You got some people out here, that's all they need to hear. And they take it to the street for everything. They found these people's houses. You're not safe. They could Google anything. Went to their houses and vandalized it. Left an animal's head outside her house. That's sending a signal there. And for all we know, Trump could be behind it. He's a mob boss. They're calling him a mob boss in the news. We all know from Brooklyn and New York, he can easily be part of the mob. I know for a fact that he was. Just his behavior and his speech alone. His speech alone, you can tell that he belonged to some kind of criminal organization. Okay? They're giving her a sign. They leave a pig's head outside her house. They called him, "You are the swamp." What are you saying? You're going to kill him and bury him in the swamp? You're going to cut her head off? Then you got the man in Georgia, the Senate in Georgia, his family being threatened and his children being threatened. Trump calling him, trying to make him find votes. Find them. And then Trump makes the statement, he's making a bad choice. He's making a grave mistake if he don't do what I say. Those are threats. You need to find me 11,000 something votes. It's okay for you to say that the votes was recalculated. It's okay. They turned the phone calls over because those are threats. So we are living in a time where our president does not care who he smoke. He doesn't care who he smokes. If you don't do what I say, you got repercussions to pay. That's it. And this is who they want to vote in the office. This is who these so-called righteous preachers are wanting in-house. And they holler, "Oh, because he don't agree for an abortion." For the whole 4 years, people still having abortions. He hasn't, what did he do about it? If he hated it so bad, he concentrated on keeping people out of the country. And he killed people himself. He took people's children. They were raped, put in these concentration camps. That's what they are. Instead of giving them back to their mothers and their fathers, and they dying, being raped, being mistreated, being abused. They were actually out of the womb. I'm not saying abortion is right, but stop using that. That's why you want Trump. That's not why you want Trump. You want Trump because you want to segregate. You want things to go back to the way they were back before slavery was ended and people have rights. You wanted to go back to that because you don't mind him taking rights from people. Just because people are from another country and they cross over into this country illegally doesn't give anyone the right to take their children from them and hold them hostage for 4 years. If we were to do that, that's kidnapping. If my neighbor was abusing his children and I went over there and I took them and I hid them in my closet for 4 years, the FBI is going to kick my door in and lock me up. He kidnapped children. He kidnapped them. And he's allowing them to be raped. They're not eating. They're being mistreated. They're dying in his care. But you're saying, well, we want Trump because he don't agree with abortion. You're a liar. You have other reasons why you want Trump. You just don't want to come out your mouth and say it. But it's coming out in your actions. People are getting bold. They're letting people know that they hate them. All because of the color of someone's skin. That's it. That's it. It's ridiculous. So I want to touch bases on that. I don't condone violence unless it's necessary. Now, if you have to defend yourself, then that's what you have to do. But I don't condone violence. I don't think that they should have went to their houses and spray painted their houses and left a pig's head outside her door, But people resort to violence. Their leader is telling them to take it to the streets, and that's what they're doing. They took it to the streets. And it's not only going to hit civilians, it's going to hit the political force. It's going to hit them too because they're doing dirt. Nancy Pelosi is not no angel. And we all know Mitch McConnell, he said the $2,000 stimulus check is for rich people, so that's why he's not passing the bill. Everybody knows that's a lie, because once you hit a certain income, you don't get it anyway. So what you talking about? If you make $75,000 a year, you're not rich. You may be doing better than some people, but you're not rich. Making excuses not to be able to help people in need. But you cash that $3,300 check every week that goes into your account. You paying your mortgage. Your lights are not being turned down. You're sitting down to a fat meal. They should have left the pig's head in front of his house so he can grill it. Because he's the one that's taking the money. She did at least vote for it and say, okay. He's the one. He even trying to pass a bill to where if you get the coronavirus, your job doesn't have to pay you for the 2 weeks that you're out sick. He's even doing that. So you'll be sick at home, dying, or in the hospital, and your job don't have to pay you. And you got these companies out here that will be glad not to cut you a check, because they don't care for you either. They're only doing it because they passed it and said they had to. And some companies still ain't doing it. So you have to look out for yourself. Start taking better precautions. Start being better stewards with your money. If you're still working, you just start putting money back, because these people don't care nothing about you and your household and your children, your family, whether you pay your car. People are sitting on the side of the road with their furniture and their children because landlords are taking the doors off the hinges. Because they don't want them in there because they can't pay rent. If I can't pay my rent because of you, then you can't live there. So, but suppose the mortgage people from the bank came and took your hinges, your doors off your hinges, because you missed your mortgage payment. People don't like to help each other. They don't have feeling for each other and compassion for each other anymore. They get on here on YouTube, they cuss you out, they call you all kind of names because of your opinion. People don't want you to be free. They want you to be bound up. They don't want you to be free. You have to do what they want you to do if you want to be a part of this cult. But if you get up here and you voice your opinion, they want to call you all kind of names. They want to harass you. It's a form of slavery, even on the internet, because people don't want you to say what you want to say and have your own thoughts and your own opinion. If you feel some kind of way, they want to come down on you. I don't think that anyone should bully anyone from either side. Democrats shouldn't be bullying Republicans, and Republicans shouldn't be bullying Democrats. Let people do what they need to do. Trump needs to step aside. He's lost. It's God's will. Trump is over. It's done. You know? So with that being said, I'm going to say Phil Danke. That's thank you very much in German. So Phil Danke for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German.